Hi, my name is Peter Kaczynski and I'm the product manager at MaxScheduler. Today I'm going to give a video intro about the configuration options available for MaxScheduler, our web-based scheduler. So I'm going to log into the system. Let's go to the configuration screen. You are first brought to the Sites screen. And the Sites screen, the concept of sites is that if your organization has multiple physical facilities and you want to have schedules for each one, this can be configured through sites. An idea would be that management might want to see different schedules or what's going on between different physical sites, and they'll have an overview through this attribute of the software. And each configuration is kind of underneath the concept of sites. So each site would have different operation hours, different sets of jobs, et cetera, et cetera. Sites have some configuration options are row time increment. You can have how much each row, how much time it represents. So here we have 4 hours. Row height in pixels. If there's no duration, how much time each job takes. When you're displaying information on the schedule, when you have a scheduled job, what separates the data. And if you're importing data, if you want to have uniqueness between job entries, for example, if you don't want to keep on repeat importing the same job, you can specify an ID here or label an ID attribute. And if MaxScheduler has already seen that ID, it will not import it again. Next thing we have is resources. The idea behind resources are things that you assign jobs to. So a resource could be a work center, it could be a person, it could be a production line, it could be a machine. And you just simply list the resources here and their position on the screen. In the case that you may have, say, 45 resources, we have a concept called boards. And the idea behind boards is that you can group resources you can make them into groups. And so, for example, if you had 45 resources, you don't want to try to shove them all onto one screen because it'd be hard to actually physically see the details, the schedule details. So you put them into groups into groups of, say, 5 or 10 or something like that, and then you can easily see what's going on. The idea of attributes is when you're scheduling jobs may have separate details for each one. For example, say a job number or a customer name, a PO. And also the idea applies to if you're importing data from another system, say like that system exports a CSV. And what happens is the import is going to look to match the columns in the CSV to the attributes set up in MaxScheduler. So when it all appears in the schedule, it's nicely, like I can show you that here. When it all nicely works up, the attributes here are job number, customer, PO number, and the details are lined up below. And we have a couple of special attributes. If MaxScheduler sees the word color, when it schedules a job, the job will take on that color. When MaxScheduler sees an attribute called duration, it will look for a number field, and it'll say, if it has the number 8, it'll say, oh, this job is going to take 8 hours, and it'll scale the job on the schedule according to that time length. Next thing is called operation hours, and the idea behind operation hours is that your facility may not be open 24 hours a day, and you would just want the schedule to represent those hours that you're open. And so here we have 0 to 6, which is there's 7 days in a week, starts at 9. Each row represents 4 hours, and we have 2 rows, so it's an 8-hour day. So that's it for the configuration options in MaxScheduler. As time progresses into the future, we will be adding more to them. Thank you for your time.